Y'all need to get in here, babe.
There we go.
Merry meet weirdos. I'm Gory B Movie, and
I'm Danny with an I.
It's Halloween. I mean, it was Halloween. It's like Halloween, the after party. We're here. We got our dogs. We tricked and treated, and now we're here.
We literally did trick and
Y'all
treat.
are probably just asleep, and that's fine. I mean, you do you. Maybe you're still out partying.
Yeah,
but here we are.
Halloween's not over until you actually go to bed.
Exactly.
It's like, if Sam was still walking around, your pumpkin better still be lit.
Our pumpkin's still lit.
It is.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Don't get me in trouble with Sam.
It's the Monster High skull.
Yes, yes. So this is just, we were out doing some karaoke, some scarioke.
Oh yeah, wristband.
And we decided, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? There we go.
That's
We decided, why don't we we've had so much that we've done this month.
It's been such a month.
Why don't we come home and recap? And I haven't even updated like my social media because I'm really bad at making sure I post pictures from my phone because I try to be present, you know? And I know people are able to be present and still social media. It's just not something I have mastered yet. So, yes, I will actually post pictures really soon. We've done a lot this month. First, what is your lovely costume, babe?
I'm Shigo.
So this is...
And all we have to know is if Kim Possible's watching, bitch, I'm coming for you.
Was she really that into wanting to hurt Kim Possible? What was her deal?
Kim Possible had it coming.
I never watched Kim Possible. Is it like the Misfits with Jem?
Yeah.
Just want to murder her for no reason?
Basically, she's a little like spy, and I'm a super villain, this badass, and she just wishes she was cool like me. With her little cargo pants, come on.
Cargo pants were really cool at the time that show was
She's
out.
so
You know that,
juvenile.
right?
She's like still in school.
I never watched Kim Possible. I never did.
Her and her little naked mole rat.
But apparently you had the right idea tonight because you ran into how many other Shigos?
2.
2 other Shigos.
Which is weird. I didn't think I'd see
I didn't
any
even
other
run
Shigos.
into another Chucky tonight.
I did. I was handing out like a lot of candy at work, and there was a whole family of Chuckies. The mom, the dad, and the boy and the girl were all Chucky. Not Glenn,
awesome.
not Tiffany, just all Chucky.
That's fine. You don't.
And I saw probably about 2 or 3 other Chuckies.
Well, when we were out tonight, I was the only Chucky. I'm doing like more of a bride of Chucky.
And yeah, you had your own unique version of Chucky, that's for sure.
That's true.
I was also like, I was the only Shigo in this specific costume. There's one that was showing a lot more skin, good, and then there was one who was a little more sparkly and a little more scary. But she bought me a drink. She was a doll.
I'm a doll.
Yeah.
So we're sending out October with, gosh, this month was, I feel like if you do any kind of horror tube, and this isn't even a very big channel. I don't know. I guess if you're just spooky people in general, you don't even need to have a YouTube channel. I feel like if you are spooky people, October is a busy month for you.
It is. I wanted to get more content out, but honestly, I was just too busy living October.
And in case you didn't know, my partner Danny, with an eye over here, is the host of Horror Addicts, where you can also find me on occasion. Sometimes our son lulls.
Yeah, and we just posted a recent haul video from Spirit Halloween, and I have a little short that's out from like Squishmallow Halloween themed. So there's stuff. Obviously I wanted to do more. It's been so much.
Link is in the doobly-doo down below. What's the first thing we did this month?
Hello, Mr. Flickster.
Hey, Mr. Flickster's here. What's up? So somebody else is up late.
Mr. Flickster. So we were gonna go to Scary Woods for our anniversary on the 13th.
And it's our 13th anniversary.
Yes. But they had to like cancel on us because there was a big snowstorm or whatever. And so we went the week after. But the weather was actually really nice.
It really was.
There was like a little bit of rain as we showed up, but then by the time we did the first maze, it was like all dried up, and other than what was on the floor, there was no water. And we took our dad, and that was the first time he's kind of been out and about in several years, and he got to ride a roller coaster and just have a lot of fun. So
yeah, what roller coaster did you go on?
we went on the...
The cat wants to join us.
Yes.
Welcome, my furry friend. Enter. That's Kirby. He's entered.
Anyways.
So you went on the stunt pilot.
The stunt pilot, yes.
I was a little intimidated. One, Scary Woods not open that many hours, so we didn't have a chance
4
to do
hours.
a ton of rides. We mostly just focused on the mazes, and we did all but one.
The Pharaoh one.
But the stunt pilot, you're on like a really tiny track.
Only one person per ride, though. Like, you don't even have someone next to you. It's like...
Yeah. So it's like a single train, and
10 people.
I thought it was a little intimidating. I'm a little afraid of heights, but you guys had a blast. It's supposed to be super smooth. And
I rode behind my dad. He had a great time. He was shouting out how much fun it was, and I could tell that, it made me feel alive. But at the first drop-off, I felt like that cartoon where, like, you're, like, there and you notice that the ground's not there and, like, half your body goes down and then eventually the other half catches up with you. It popped my spine, so... And the weekend before that, or, like, no, not the weekend, the Friday before that, because we went on Sunday, I wrestled a match up in Canada, and I think I re-injured a rib. So it was like, and it's still bothering me. It takes, like, about a month before
I guess let's talk about the mazes at Scary Wood. So I will say, you can't compare Scary Wood to something like Hollywood Horror Nights. Hollywood Horror Nights is next level. Like, if you haven't done it and you love spooky stuff, it's the haunted house mecca.
Yeah.
Not in that it's like super extreme or anything, but one, they're usually movie themed. So all the greats are there. I've been to a Chucky maze. I've been to a Michael Myers maze. This year they did Jason. I've done Killer Clowns there. So it has a lot. They have a lot of mazes.
Hey, Ariel.
Hey, Ariel. They have a lot of mazes that are of the horror genre. But they also go all out. Sometimes the best mazes are the ones you wouldn't expect. I think one of the best ones I've ever seen is the La Llorona one. And the reason why, because, they try to tell a story. And so they're telling the story of La Llorona, and at the end of it, it's a giant animatronic head. Even Chucky had, like, a giant animatronic Chucky. So, yeah, Hollywood Horror Nights is next level. But... barring that, Scary Wood did a pretty good job. It's a lot better than, like, a local haunt. Yeah,
we have some local ones, and they're cute. But it's better than that. I would honestly say Scary Woods is the best probably you're going to find in the whole Pacific Northwest.
I would agree with that.
But it doesn't have movie studio money, so it's, like, in the middle. Like, I would say Hollywood Horror Nights is an A+, and a local would be, like, a C. This is a good, solid B. Yeah.
So definitely, if you're in the Pacific Northwest, I think it is the best we have, as far as I know. And on top of that, they have extra spooky attractions because they have a roller coaster called the Timber Terror that runs backwards, which we didn't get a chance to do.
Oh, well. But it just, honestly, even the stunt pilot, riding a roller coaster at night is a whole different sensation than during the day. So I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm working on a few roller coasters. But I did go on all the mazes. And I will say there was a period of time, even on our honeymoon, I think that was the last time I was afraid to go into a maze. And now I'm over it. It's really hard to scare me.
I had to drag you into the front door, but once we were in the maze, you were fine.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe too fine. You were like,
just the line that was freaking me out.
Maybe too fine because anytime somebody jumped out at you, you're like, oh my god, I love your costume. And they're like,
I can't
brrr, and you're just like, you're so cute. And they're like, brrr, and you're like, I love it. Can we be friends? I'll like, here's my email address. And they're just like, go to the next room. God damn.
Yeah, lost. And they were so upset because I was in the line, like terrified.
Yeah.
But then I guess I forgot that I just love monsters and I love spooky stuff. So then, yeah, they didn't. But Danny jumped a bit, so that was good.
What's my costume, Ariel? I am Shigo from Kim Possible.
Yes.
Fuck that
Ariel,
bitch.
what was your costume today? So we love Ariel. She's my girl. Ariel said, so my preparation for Halloween is watching DComs on Disney Plus and listening to spooky playlists on Spotify. So Ariel, I wonder if this is something that you also enjoy. Because another part of our October recap, I would say, is I tried to help Danny. Danny works at the Time Capsule, which is like a retro store. And because it's a retro store, they like to show a lot of retro things on all of the old TVs everywhere. Mm-hmm. And I thought I should get some of the Monster High movies so that he could play them at work. Yeah. And then Danny was like, oh, did you know there was a roller derby one, which I used to play roller derby. And then we were talking about it. And we're like, I think this might be kind of our thing.
Yeah, I watched a couple of them at work. Like, just, I couldn't focus because I have customers and stuff, but I watched enough of it. I'm like, that is actually a really cute show. We should check that out. And we did. And we both kind of just fell in love
Monster.
with it.
Monster. Just clawing up stuff back there.
Hey. Don't do that. That's not
hey, Ariel, can you see Cuddles? She's right behind Danny. Cuddles, the tarantula.
Little furball.
She's really cute.
She looks so fluffy, but don't actually cuddle her.
No, it's just
you don't want
itchy
any of those
hair.
hairs.
But she wouldn't hurt anybody intentionally.
No.
But yeah, so we started watching Monster High, and it's the cutest show ever. We've watched both the live actions. We've watched a lot of the movies. We've watched a lot of the original show. We watched the Ghoul Squad. But I feel like it's so up your alley, Ariel. So if you haven't checked it out, you should.
Before we started watching it together, I saw some of the newest continuity. Really good. We both watched then like the second continuity, and we're about halfway through the first continuity.
Yeah. So what else? So Scarywood. I don't know if they changed them. I think they do change the mazes every year.
A little bit at least.
But the weather was pretty good. I also should mention we went to Cracker Barrel finally.
Oh,
if you're
finally.
a Joe Bob Briggs fan, that's a big deal. That's the Mecca. Because he loves Cracker Barrel, and I've always wanted to go to one. It's actually very good and affordable. Mm-hmm. But as far as their mazes go, there was the one in Clown Town. It's really neat. It's a lot like if you've seen House of a Thousand Corpses, how they go inside the big mouth. And that's what it was like. And then you're wearing these 3D glasses, and it tripped me out. I wasn't actually moving. You're walking across, it's kind of like a little plank type thing. And I do think the thing around you is spinning, or at least the lights are spinning.
It feels like you are, yes.
And it feels like you're moving, but you're not.
You're not actually upside down, but it feels like the thing you're walking on is going like in loops when it's not. It's crazy.
And there was another part where they had it full of steam, and it almost looked like it was water. Mm-hmm. And it was so creepy. But they just did so many amazing things with optical illusions that I thought that was really trippy and really fun. And they did tons of stuff like black lights and stuff. Mm. What was your favorite maze?
Overall, that one. But I did really like the swine one was pretty good. It had some scary stuff, like when you met the mom hog. She had such a foul mouth. But I think my second favorite one was the bayou. Just because the structure they used. Like, the things, they just had a bunch of cannibals, so, like, who jumped out at you wasn't really particularly memorable. But the maze itself, like, they used it, like, you had to, like, climb through, like, literally these rock, like, like, you had to, like, duck down and climb through them, and, like, hunch over and stuff. It was just really good structure. Like, they put to good use to it.
Ariel says her costume is Draculaura from Monster High. I love Draculaura. I want to cosplay as her.
She's going to cosplay as Draculaura.
She's my favorite, I think. I really love operetta, but her costume might be a little harder, but I do love her.
When you go looking for, like, cosplays online, you'll find Draculaura and Frankie Stein a lot.
Yeah, Danny likes Frankie Stein.
Yeah, that's my favorite character. But, honestly, I like them all.
But yeah.
I even like Toralei a lot. She's a crazy cat girl.
They had one maze there at Scarywood that was like a zombie one. It was just a lot of really loud noises. Wasn't as into that one, but
We
overall.
gave a little laser. That was kind of cool. But
Yeah.
other than that, there was a lot of mud on the floor, and trying to avoid puddles more than scares. So that was probably one of the problems for it.
Ariel says her favorite episode of Psych is where Sean and Gus are dressed as vampires, and Corey Feldman guest stars as a bartender. That sounds really fun. I don't think I've seen that, but Lols, our son, loves Psych. So I'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
So the other thing we did, so that was super fun. And then what did we do right after that? Was it Joe Bob?
Yeah, we, like 2 days later, drove down to Portland, Oregon to get our book signed from Joe Bob.
Disappointingly, I saw no frogs and it wasn't on fire.
Yeah, I heard
False
it's a war
advertising.
zone. It's not a war zone. It's just
We're
Portland being Portland. There was a guy dressed as a unicorn riding a bike.
He was a pink unicorn on a pink motorcycle with streamers. It was the most fabulous thing I've ever seen, and it's the kind of thing you only see in Portland.
But Joe Bob's signing was at Movie Madness, a really cool retro, actual place where you can rent movies still. But not only was, like, they had this little theater room where they were playing Smokey and the Bandit for him, because that's his favorite non-horror movie. And that, like, room was small, but they zigzagged the whole line through it, and then it went out through all the sections and out the door. So he was doing pretty good.
That place is so cool because they had the DVDs, the VHS, they had tons of movie memorabilia.
Oh, the memorabilia is cool. Like, they have this prop from this movie and so on. It was so great.
Costumes from classic films. I mean, obviously the people who run that place just love film.
And we bought like a couple of novelty beers and just a shirt and everything, some stickers. We got some cool stuff from there. Plus, we got Joe Bob and some shirts from him as well. We got him to sign the book. It was great.
He re-released his first book because Joe Bob originally started as a columnist. And his first book was a collection of his columns called Joe Bob Goes to the Drive-In. And this was published in, I want to say the early 80s, but I could be wrong.
But this is like a big tabletop version.
Well, they re-released it, and now it's hardback. It's beautiful. It's by Dark Horse. It's got tons of
pictures,
additional artwork and pictures. It's gorgeous. You want to grab it?
Yeah, actually.
And I will check up. So what's your favorite memory from your past? That's a lot. Off the top of my head, our wedding was pretty fun.
Yeah, our wedding was amazing. This is how it looks now. It's huge.
Isn't this cool?
It's beautiful.
Oh, no.
Joe Bob signed it.
True drive-in people. That's us.
And we bought this autograph where he said we're his favorite Wenatchee mutants.
I mean, we might be the only ones.
Well, so the only ones that matter.
Ouch, Dan. Everybody matters.
Do they? I mean,
Danny gets
we're all
sassy
made of
in
matter.
makeup.
We're all made of matter.
Okay, well, at least Ariel and Mr. Flickster matter. Be
Of
nice.
course, but they're not from Wenatchee.
Okay, so, I get you're saying nobody else in Wenatchee matters. What about our
Wenatchee
child?
mutants. I said that the other Wenatchee mutants matter.
Okay. Mr. Flickster went to Frightmare in the Falls, a horror convention in Niagara Falls. That's really cool.
I would love
And
to check that out.
yeah, I want to go to more conventions. We've been a little sheltered, I guess, because we've been going to Crypticon Seattle, honestly, since we first started dating. Within a couple months of us dating, Danny took me to Crypticon Seattle. It was only like the third year.
Yeah, my second time there, your first time
Yeah,
there.
they had
I've been going since 2009.
You went since the second time they did it.
Yeah.
I went, my first one was the third time they did it.
2010.
And we've been going to that almost every year since then. And then after a few years, we became panelists, where you are on a panel, like a table, with sometimes 3 or more other people, and you talk about horror topics. And then I've also started interviewing some of the celebrities there. So I interviewed Christina Lees, Fiona Dourif, and Alex Vincent from Chucky.
We did Joe Bob and Darcy last year. So.
Yep. So that's really, really cool.
And that anniversary like aligns up with Horror Addicts, because we started Horror Addicts in January of 2015, and then May of 2015 is when we started being panelists.
Yeah. So, but Crypticon is it's really cozy. It's in the DoubleTree Hilton here in SeaTac. It's a really nice venue. It's all indoors. It's cozy. There's couches everywhere. So, and it honestly isn't super overpopulated. It's not like something like Emerald City Comic Con or San Diego Comic Con.
There's also a film festival and like D&D gaming rooms. There's all kinds of stuff. It's like a summer camp of horror.
People everywhere. And it really is like summer camp of horror because there's people gaming. There's people at the film festival. There's an after party. And even that, there's the Rocky Horror stuff. There's the prom. There's the 13th floor. There's lots of different parties. There's karaoke.
Tons of panels. Even panels that don't have like celebrities. We're just talking about certain topics.
And then, of course, the vendor room, which is a lot like a lot of other conventions. And then we have celebrity guests.
Yeah.
I don't think we get as many guests as a lot of other conventions do, but it does feel a lot more intimate. And what I like about CryptoCon is we don't have lines. Like, we don't do the little lines where it feels like you're a cattle going to slaughter. Yeah. We don't have that because it's not as big of a convention. Occasionally, we get someone like an Elvira or somebody, Cassandra Peterson. They will have a line, but even then, it's not ridiculous. And everyone's so friendly.
Tony Todd had a huge line when he was there.
Yeah.
May rest in peace.
Oh, we have also a Hearst show that they do there. Yeah. It's super. There's so much to do.
But this year,
you really can pack in everything. You can utilize 3 days there easy.
We love CryptoCon.
So we're a little spoiled because we love CryptoCon so much, but then.
We've been going to HorrorCon the last 2 years.
Starting last year, we went to HorrorCon, which is Elvira Presents HorrorCon, and that's actually pretty close to SeaTac. It's in Puyallup, if you're familiar with Washington State at all.
It's like 25 minutes away.
And what's cool about this one, so this plan's a little weird, because they actually do it in the same venue, the Puyallup Fairgrounds, where I go for reptile expos with my brother.
I've done a couple toy shows there for the time capsule.
It's a
I
really
even threw a wrestling show there when we first started dating way back in the day.
It's a really big venue, so it's great if you're a vendor because, one, it doesn't get that hot because it's pretty open.
Yeah.
But it's not as cozy as CryptoCon.
No.
So they have a lot of vendors, but they get so many guests. Like even this year, they did so much more than they did last year. And they have a big, they have one building where there's tons of video games, and that's really fun.
And above that, they do the interviews and like panels.
And then they have panels too.
Yeah.
So we usually are able to do everything we want to do in a day just because it doesn't have we don't work it for starters.
Until now.
Well, we're getting to that. So I had to make a short list of who I wanted to meet because we're minimum wage kids. and they had so many people there, Ariel. They had Chris Sarandon. I actually didn't get to meet him, but I did see his panel. I mean, he was in Child's Play. He's Jack Skellington. He's in Fright Night. He's incredible. They had Jamie Kennedy. They had 2 gals from Buffy. They had Jamie King. They had the Soska sisters. They had like 3 different freaking wrestlers.
Yeah, they had Darby Allin, Dustin Rhodes, a.k.a. Goldust, and the Boogeyman. Boogeyman's coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm the Boogeyman.
They also had Linda Blair, PJ Souls. Oh my gosh. They had so many
Rose.
people. Melissa Rose. So the
Girls
people
from
we
Buffy.
met. So to narrow it down to the people we met, one, we were in cosplay, and I'm going to post some pictures on social media soon. I'm really bad at that. I will post some. But Danny, you cosplayed?
I was Ellie from Evil Dead Rise, played by Alyssa Sutherland, who was there, and I was so happy to show her my cosplay, and her eyes lighted up when I showed up at her little desk, and I'm like, I think you know who I'm here for, and she's like, I think I do, and she's like, Danny is with the maggots now, is what she wrote.
Oh, you wouldn't guess it from the movie, but she is so incredibly tall.
I mean, yeah, she's hunting her 3 children, so I know she's taller than them, but she's just a really tall person.
I just kind of assumed that because they're not fully grown, that they weren't that tall. But
even
she's
compared
like
to fully
5'10".
grown people, yeah, she's very
She towers over us. Let's catch up with our chat. The one episode of Psych where Gus is having nightmares, and it has the Bella twins in it. That's cool. And schoolgirls wearing twins with fangs.
Nikki Bella or Brie Bella. Who is your favorite, Ariel, out of the Bella twins?
And she spent her Halloween watching Megan, double feature on Peacock. That's really fun.
2.0.
That's a fun night. And Megan 2.0 is bad. I mean, Manos the Hands of Fate look Child's Play 3. I didn't really like Megan 2.0 that much. It was okay. It's fine if you want to put it on the background, but I feel like it just didn't do as good.
It's like a fun movie, but it's so different. Not scary, not a horror movie really. It's more like an action movie, like a heist movie.
I don't think they understood what made the first one popular. They were trying to capitalize on like meme culture. Whenever you try to do that, it doesn't work.
It felt like it was like an action heist movie.
I've met Dee Wallace too, Mr. Flickster. I met her at Crypticon Seattle. She is one of the nicest people I've met. I have met a lot of people at conventions, and you know, I think different people are able to connect with people, you know, based on how extroverted or introverted you are. Some people really love to, you know, cuddle in on those sweet introverted people, and you know, Dee Wallace was one that I really did feel like I connected with her, and it was really special.
There might be a reason why she is somewhat stereotyped, because she just gives you that motherly vibe.
She really does.
She just, you just want her to be your mom.
Oh, Ariel, I've actually hung out with Joel from MS3. He was a guest at Seattle Crypticon, and then my cousin is Seth Sherwood. He's technically Law's cousin. It gets very confusing if I get into the logistics of it. At any rate, we're just going to call him my cousin because it's simpler. But he is the director of Leatherface, and he also wrote Hellfest, and he does a lot of other stuff. Anyway, so he gets VIP access, and he always tries to make me go with him, and I'm always like, they're going to kick me out. And he's like, no, they won't. Every year they kick me out. Every time I go with him. Why do I do this? But while I was hanging out with him in VIP, we did hang out with, what's his name? I think it's crap. Anyway,
the third host.
The third host, not Joel.
Joel's the first host.
Yes, it's what's his name? I can't remember his name.
I don't know, but he was in Hatchet 4, Mr. Victor Crowley.
Yeah. We hung out with him.
Yeah.
So I can't remember his name off the top of my head.
Just right, third host. Maybe it'll tell you.
Anyway, so back to HorrorCon. So we met Alyssa Sutherland. That was really cool. And I was kind of bummed because we did talk to her a bit because she's, you know, in her 40s like we are. And she was talking about how because she's a model, she wasn't able to get a job as a lawyer in one thing, which is ridiculous because there's no reason why a model can't be a lawyer, be smart. And just how she's just had a hard time getting certain roles and such. So I hope we see her in more stuff because she's really talented.
Yeah.
It's also weird to hear her with her Australian accent.
Yeah, because she like really downplayed that in Rise, and then obviously when she's possessed, they used manipulation for the voice. But I can do it. Mommy's with the maggots now.
Very good.
She was impressed.
And we met Emma Caulfield from Buffy the Vampire Slayer and WandaVision.
And she's my favorite from Buffy, to be honest.
Yes. So
Spike is a close second.
She's a lot kind of like Anya in just that she's just very direct. She's very much herself. I think she was a little overwhelmed. But she was nice.
She was nice. And I got her to write one of my like favorite quotes where it's like, I already have your money. Who cares what day you have? Like, time of day you have. I only slightly changed it. She's talking to Xander in the episode. She's like, I already have their money. Who cares what kind of day they have? I just changed it to you.
Yeah.
So, because she's talking to me directly.
Right next to her, we met Charisma Carpenter, who played Cordelia. Woo! And it's incredible. They both still look amazing. Like, honestly, they barely have aged
They look almost the same age.
They both look incredible. They were both very nice and friendly. Then we met... what's his name? Isn't it Garrett something?
Oh, from Monster High, yes. The creator of Monster High. We got to meet him.
Garrett Sander.
And he is quite the doll.
So he was very sweet. Because, I mean, we were honest. We're like, we've been Monster High fans for about a month. We have not bought the dolls. We love the dolls. We might start getting the dolls, but mostly we watched.
Xenomorph one. Our neighbor downstairs
has it. She got it right away, and it's sold out.
Yeah.
She tried to show it to you today.
Yeah,
you were doing your makeup.
I wasn't ready.
Our neighbor is so cool. Francesca, if you ever watch this, we love you. But yeah, our neighbor collects vintage dolls, but she loves spooky stuff, so she's got the Monster High Xenomorph.
She makes like spooky dolls, right?
She doesn't make them. She collects them and she sells them online.
Oh, okay.
But she's got loads of like spooky witches. She's got the Bewitched doll. Our neighbor's got the coolest collection. And she's got tons of other just spooky decor and stuff too. We got like the perfect neighbor for us. She's spooky as well.
Spooky.
And So we told him we just started watching Monster High. I like to say Monster High is like My Little Pony for spooky kids.
Basically.
And we told him we watched the movies and stuff and that we're just really into it. We asked him, we were like, well, the My Little Pony people, they're Pegasisters and bronies. Like, what are your people?
Star Trek or Trekkies.
Yeah, he says they're just monsters. So we're monsters.
I can live with that.
Danny loves Frankenstein. I really like Operetta and Draculaura.
Toralei is also on there, even though she is quite a catty girl. I still like her.
So that was
Cleo.
he was really sweet. He talked to us for a bit, and what I really like is, especially now that conventions are becoming more popular, a lot of times just to meet one person to get an autograph and a picture, you're looking at spending at least $80. Now there are some insane prices out there. If you try to get Mark Hamill, I know that's like $800. I've never heard of anybody doing a combo that was over $100 for one person. Something like the Soska sisters. That's a combo of two people. Something like that might be a lot of money.
What's his name from Land of the Dead? He's a little over 100, but he's also in full makeup.
He's in costume.
Full makeup.
People in costume, like if you get a picture with Cassandra Peterson in costume, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
But what I loved about Garrett Sander is he was selling his art, and if you bought the art, which was only $10, you still got it signed, included, and it was like $5 more to get a picture with him. Like, and if you just went up and wanted an autograph, it was like $20. It was so affordable, and I really feel like he was just there because he wanted to meet his fans, and he just wanted to be a part of the convention. So, like, I thought that was really cool.
Exactly, and we hope that he comes to Crypticon. We would love to interview him.
Yeah, he was really sweet. Like, truly, if you get a chance to meet him, he is really sweet. The other person who I'm telling you guys, like, this person just is pure light. They radiate energy, radiate good energy, is Felissa Rose.
Oh, yes.
I don't even care if you're not a Sleepaway Camp fan. She
amazing.
is an angel. She is 100% horror in her blood. She's done like 1,000 different indie movies, and she does them because she loves the horror community.
But for the longest
she's in
time,
Victor Crowley and all these other movies too.
For the longest time, she basically just did the one movie and did nothing after that. Until basically the singer of CKY was like, I love that woman, like, and he put her face on their CD and everything and reached out to her, and it's okay, I guess, to be a stalker as long as you're famous too.
Yeah, Ariel, that's it. Jonah Ray. He's also in Destroy All Neighbors.
Jonah.
Yeah, we met him.
You get to party with him for a little bit.
Yeah. Next will be the 40th anniversary of Little Shop of Horrors. That would be cool to go see a screening of that.
Yeah.
Either one of them. I like both.
I like
the original and the remake.
I like how in Mystery Science Theater now they have like what's his name? Patton Oswalt.
Yeah, and Felicia Day.
Felicia Day.
Gosh, I
Queen
love
of the Nerds.
her. I would love to meet her in person. She seems amazing. Plus, she's also Buffy royalty. So.
Yeah, and Supernatural.
And gosh, she's so cool. She's so cool. I love her book. She loves what's my favorite modern book, I guess, aside from maybe Project Hail Mary, is The Dungeon Crawler Carl, and she is a big part of how much that's risen to success. By the way, Ariel, I don't know if you are big into reading, but I do think you would love Dungeon Crawler Carl. I think you would really love Princess Donut like I do. And even if you're not, check out the audiobook for it. It's so good. It's just fantastic. So it's Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinniman. It's amazing. I also think Mr. Flickster would like it.
You got to meet him right before he kind of like blew up.
Yeah, that's kind of the crazy thing.
Two Crypticons ago.
2 Crypticons ago, 1 year, like right after COVID, they didn't have as many panelists, and so we had to do more panels. And so I didn't get to do anything
My movie also premiered that
outside
year.
of paneling, because I also have Danny's panels to go to and Danny's movie to go to and stuff.
My movie premiered that year, yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't have a lot of time to go down to the vendor room, and I finally got down there, and they were packing up, and there was one table open, and I went there, and the guy had a freaking cat with a tiara on and sunglasses. So I was like, what is this? This looks cool. What's this? And he's like, I wrote a whole bunch of books called Dungeon Crawler Carl, and he gave me his card, and
You're like, I'll tell my brother about it.
Telling me about it, and I was like, oh, my brother would be super into that. So I get my brother the audiobook, and then my brother was like, no, you would love this. And I was like, are you sure? And he's absolutely right. I've now read all the books, and I have them all back here signed, but they're amazing. Oh, wow. Congratulations. That sounds really fun.
I've always wanted to go to one of those like live shows where everybody goes in drag and everything.
Yeah, the Rocky Horror. We've had one here back when we used to have this little coffee shop called the Breakwater. We had one here.
I didn't get to go at the time though. Like just even Crypticon kind of does it, but I like want to do it specifically away from anything else, like where it's just a Rocky Horror.
I want to dress up as Magenta.
I don't know who I was. Maybe Meatloaf's character.
Nice.
Get like an inflatable motorcycle and make it like I got stabbed in the back with a pickaxe or something. Or
That'd be
it was.
cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So we met. We talked to Felissa Rose, who we met back at our first Crypticon. So it's been a long time, but she's always so nice to everybody. She will just, talk to you, take a picture with you, all that stuff. She's just fantastic. She's always happy to do the face, that from Sleepaway Camp.
You buy anything from her table, the selfie is free. She doesn't charge extra for that. Most people do nowadays.
She's just really just wants to be meeting her fans and stuff, and she's very real too. Like she's like, oh, my kid just texted. I'm like, oh, girl, get it, take care of your kid. And she's like, oh, I gotta send them their food order and stuff. Like she was just really sweet. Like she just seems like a very authentic person. She just
the first time we met her, she just gave birth to her youngest.
Yeah.
And we watched actually Sleepaway Camp with her, with our friend Ronnie, and me and Ronnie kind of Mystery Science Theatered that the whole thing, but she was laughing, so she seemed to did not care. She was like, I agree. Like we were just talking about how short the short shorts were and why you so fucked up, Angela.
I had to show her because if you watch The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs, she's the mutilated dong expert. And I was like, amongst my friends, I am the dongstress because I like to draw a lot of horror movie characters as dongs. And I showed her my Instagram, Gory Draws Dongs, and she absolutely loved it. She's like, would you draw me as a dong? I'm like, I was going to ask you for permission, but yes!
Imagine a dong with that face.
So I haven't done one for a while, namely just because I got wrapped. I get distracted, but no, I have to do Angela now. My Gory Draws Dongs.
In the groove. I think you should sell some of these at one of these cons.
Maybe, I don't know. Give them away if people want them.
Oh, they'd buy them.
I don't know.
Buy these dongs.
Sell my dongs.
Sell your dongs.
Are we desperate enough that I have to sell my dongs?
Dong work is work, damn it. Respect it.
You're so cute. But she's amazing, and she always makes you feel seen and loved and appreciated. We also met. I met the Boogeyman. I thought he was really nice. I have two friends, Manda and Will, who I met through, Crypticon, but also the PNW Reptile Expo.
Stole his phone.
Yeah, that's another whole long story. It was an accident. But Manda was the handler, the person who
for the Boogeyman.
For the Boogeyman, and he was really nice. I had these cool light blue contacts for my Chucky cosplay.
And he wears contacts for the Boogeyman character.
Yeah, he was really neat. He seemed cool.
He's a very nice person.
And then who else did we meet?
Well, he wasn't the only wrestler. They also had Danhausen and Gold Dust, aka Dustin.
They had Danhausen last year.
Or no, I meant Darby Allin this year. Danhausen was last year. She was his handler, her friend. So we got to talk to him. This year they had Darby Allin. Kind of wish I would have talked to them, but it's all right.
Then we were waiting in line to meet Don Mancini. At least I thought we were. I guess the line was for Fiona Dorff, which well-deserved. I've met her, and she's incredible.
You interviewed her.
Yes. And we watched the Chucky panel, which had Don Mancini, Fiona Dorff, Chris Sarandon, and the voice of the good guy doll. I can't remember his name.
Hi, I'm Chucky. Want to play?
Yeah, but I think his best thing that he did, if you ask me, is he was the voice of Tom Shelton in The Halloween Tree.
Tom Skeleton.
Well, that's his name.
He's not God's favorite boy, but he was still really good.
No, he's not Pipkin.
He is the main...
Pipkin is God's favorite boy.
Other than Leonard Nimoy, he is the main character of that movie. He's the main of the kids, anyways.
The reason we say that, if you guys watch my book club channel, is there's 6 pages of how Pipkin is God's favorite boy, and he jumps the highest and runs the fastest and loves Halloween the most.
It's still hilarious. Better than 11 pages of A Train on Beverly, though, so...
Daniel, keep getting spelling with Spencer Knight in.
I'm just saying, it's way better than that.
Danny! It's a family show. It really is. I mean, families can watch it.
I've tried to play this show sometimes, and it gets pretty...
Wow!
Gory.
You, Mrs. Anyway, so we met Don Mancini. I think that was the highlight for me of meeting celebrities. Because I just love Don Mancini. Don Mancini is the creator of Child's Play, and it's not even just that he created Child's Play. Like, I have so much respect for him as a person. Like, he was out at a time when not a lot of people were out, which is incredible just for the LGBT community. But on top of that, I mean, he was just like out of college when they made the first one, and
he didn't have a whole lot of control, but
he kept at it though until eventually, like Bride of Chucky, he wanted to direct that, and they're like, well, why don't you kind of, and David Kirshner was a big part of that too, because he was a producer and he really believed in him.
Yeah.
But he worked his way up, and even when he didn't always get the fan reception, like Seed of Chucky got a lot of negative reception, instead of giving up, he just went right back out there and did something different.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's so weird though, like, he didn't get full control of that first Child's Play movie. Like, they added the voodoo shit and stuff like the doll. And there's things like that. However, like, Stallone got full control of Rocky, like, and got to direct it basically himself.
That's a whole other thing.
It's so weird.
And what I like about that too is even though initially he didn't like the voodoo stuff added, which was, in part by Tom Holland, who I also love.
They embrace it now with the show.
He still embraced it.
Voodoo for Dummies.
He still kept the continuity, and he was so sweet. And I told him what I always say on this show. I was like, I love you, because you created Chucky, but unlike a lot of other creators who I also love, like, Wes Craven, it was like, Freddy Krueger, I'm just going to drop him off at the firehouse. He did come back for him a couple times, but he dropped him off again.
Like, visitation
John
rights.
Carpenter was just like, nah, dog, that's not...
Even when he came back...
That's not my son.
He came back for part 3, but he's like, No, Michael. Sorry, no Michael.
No, I'm not paying child support, nothing. Just drop him off at the firehouse. But a lot of them,
have masks by witches.
A lot of them got started in horror, and they created these icons almost, by accident, and then they wanted to move on to other things. But Don Mancini, like, he has raised our boy Chucky. He sent him to school where he killed somebody with a yardstick. He saw him get married. He saw him have children.
Or like John Carpenter, like you said, the most he got was like, I'll write him a few songs.
Yeah, but
I'll write some music for him.
It's cool because with Don Mancini, you get the impression that he truly loves Chucky, and so if you're a fan of Chucky, you know that like his creator is as much of a fan as you are, which is really cool.
Exactly.
And he's a fan of everybody who's a part of it, like Jennifer Tilly and Brad Dourif and all these amazing people. So when you geek out about it, he geeks out about it too, because he just is in love with this world he created.
Between him and the creator of Monster High, like they both made monster dolls, and they're just amazing people.
Really
just
amazing.
Sweethearts.
And Fiona Dourif, I interviewed her, and she was saying just as a person, he's incredible. Like when her mom passed away, he was the one who helped her move furniture with his truck and stuff. Like
he treated her like real family.
Yeah.
And
he's good people.
Yeah.
Ariel has a crush on Jenna Ray. Well, girl, next time if I ever see him again, I'm gonna put in a good word for you, okay? Yeah. Like, hey, my girl Ariel, she's all right. So, and I think he's single too, isn't he?
He was when we met him, I think.
I think he was.
I don't know now.
But yeah, Don Mancini was really, really cool. I'm bummed I didn't get to meet Chris Sarandon, but he seemed really sweet, and I watched his panel. He was a lot of fun, and hopefully I get another opportunity. And then I met Jamie Kennedy.
Oh, yeah.
And I've heard, I've seen his YouTube channel and stuff, and a lot of people are like, oh, he's a wild card. He's energetic and stuff. But he was really, I thought, really authentic and also just really nice. We told him how much we're horror fans and how much we love the character of Randy, how much we also
Tremors. We also liked The Sand. And he's like, oh, my God, The Sand. Yeah, that was so much fun.
You're making him sound way girlier than he did.
Well, that's just me right now, being girly. But it's just... He was very happy to talk about all those things.
Yeah, like he's proud of the work he's done. I think sometimes I've met celebrities where they are like, oh, that thing?
That,
like, I don't even remember doing that.
I did commentary, if you say I did.
Yeah, where he is like, oh, yeah, people like that and stuff. And, he's cool. And he tries to find a way to connect with you. I mean, like I told him, for me, I was Randy in high school. Like, it was not cool to be a nerd yet. I was the weirdo who liked horror movies, who some people were like, she's a little sketch, because she's also goth. And I also knew a lot about the movies and stuff, so my friends would be like, oh, who's gonna die? And I'm like, oh, I can tell you. Things like that,
It was a jumping off point for people that would like come into my life early on, because I made it very clear, if you're hanging out with me, we're gonna listen to this type of music, and we're gonna watch these type of movies. And I'm not saying you have to like them to be my friend. I usually have to accept that that is who I am. And some people are like, yeah, you're weird. And they just go away.
It sounds so much more intense.
They're just like, yeah, this is,
watch a couple movies.
this is a little intense. And then they wouldn't come back. And that's fine.
Yeah. When we first went on our first date, he asked me if I wanted to go back and watch Slumber Party Massacre.
Second date, but yeah.
I was like, yeah, let's do it.
We did. We watched Slumber Party Massacre, and then we watched Link, Master of Fire.
Master of Fire!
And then we watched The Pick of Destiny. Tenacious D.
Yeah.
So.
We both like Beavis and Butthead and stuff, too, so we had a lot in common.
And then you're like, I have a kid, and he loves Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. I'm like, I got that. I have both those things, like, in spades.
But, yeah, Jamie Kennedy, like, he was really cool. I asked him if he was really into horror movies. He's like, yeah, not so much. But I was like, but, you know, it's just like with anything you're passionate about. Like, you know, you and your music and your comedy and stuff. And he was like, yeah, absolutely. He was really cool. I was really happy because he told us that we have good vibes.
Mm-hmm. The first night, unfortunately, like, we went to his table right as he was closing up, and his handlers were packing everything up, and he's like, but he still came over and walked over and, like, shook our hands.
Yeah, he said, you guys want to say hi?
Yeah,
and
he's
he
like,
and shook our hands, and so he didn't have to do that.
He's like, I'm sorry we are done, like, selling stuff tonight, and, like, but just, hey, how you guys, and if you come back tomorrow, I'll be happy to, and, like, we did manage to come back tomorrow, obviously, the next day, so.
So, absolutely, and so now my Scream poster, I don't want to take it off the wall, it's up here, Ariel and Mr. Flickster, and anybody who's watching the replay, but I'm really happy because the people who have had signed it were all really, really kind. It's all happy memories, but I bought it from Roger Jackson, who's the voice of Ghostface, and then last year we met David Arquette, who I was so nervous to meet because that's a big deal, and he was a sweetheart. He just has the biggest heart.
You can't kill David Arquette.
And I loved Jamie Kennedy. I was a little nervous about meeting him, too. I would love to get Ski Ulrich, Matthew Lillard, and Nev Campbell.
We've met
and
Matthew
Rose
Lillard,
McGowan.
but it was before you had that.
Yeah. Hopefully I can fit them all on there. It's already getting full.
Here's a little tea, though. So, like, if you're watching the Scream movie, like, who do you think's the bigger, taller, burlier guy? David Arquette or Jamie Kennedy? Because it's actually Jamie Kennedy.
Yeah.
He's actually a little bigger and burlier than David Arquette, but the movie wouldn't let you know that.
I didn't know that, Ariel. That's really cool. I love Jennifer Tilly. Another highlight was meeting Richard Brake. So I have a story. I've met Richard Brake and Bill Moseley, but the story, my birthday is around the time Crypticon happens in May. So usually we do something for my birthday as well. I usually just tell people, like, in my life, like, just come hang out with me at Crypticon because that's what my birthday plans are.
Yeah, May.
So Danny took me out to dinner because they have kind of a nice restaurant in the hotel, and we're sitting there eating, and then all of a sudden Danny's eyes get super wide because Danny is facing this way, and I'm facing like the wall, and right behind us is Felissa Rose and a few other people who are in the movie Sleepaway Camp, and he's like, they're right behind you. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then I was like, wait a second, and then right over here, Richard Brake is sitting down with Sid Haig, who was still alive at the time.
Yeah.
So that was incredible. And then over on this table, Barbara Crampton and Kelly Maroney. And she's like, should we call Jeff? And we're like, oh,
yeah.
They're talking about, like, I mean, it's just crazy.
So
freaking Jeffrey Combs.
Jeffrey Combs, they're like, but should we call Jeff? Yeah, let's get Jeff. And like, oh, hey, Jeff. And then Jeffrey Combs eventually joins them. And we're just like, we're rubbing elbows with, like, obviously we're not really hanging out with them, but we're just, like, sandwiched in between all these celebrities that we're just kind of geeking out with.
It was cool. So normally
dinner.
we would just chat, but we were just kind of enjoying being present in the moment.
And then I saved
and eavesdropping
Barbara Crampton's life. Okay,
you might
so
want to tell the story.
Of course I'm going to tell the story. I can't just say that without, like, telling you how. All right, well, Crypticon used to be really good about providing drinks for all their guests. For whatever reason, they just didn't have drinks at this particular panel. And Barbara Crampton was like, I am so parched. Like, anybody have, like, a water or anything? And I'm like, I have some Gatorades. And she's like, oh, what kind? I'm like, I have a red one. And she's like, I would love that. And so I gave it to her. And then she's like, you are a lifesaver. I'm like, that's right. I saved Barbara Crampton's life.
And she was really sweet, too. So I'm getting a lot better. I feel like every convention stuff I get a lot better. But that year I met some people, but I was like, I can't go up to Barbara Crampton. Like, she is like an icon. And I put it off and put it off. And when I finally went down there, she was packing up. I'm like, I'm so sorry, but can I please buy an autograph from you before you pack them up? And she still let me do it. And she was really nice and gave us her time and stuff, even though she was heading out. So she's an angel. Ariel said she tried to write a script for Fire Saga and Tenacious D as sequel for Fire Saga on Netflix. So that's cool. Danny likes to write scripts. That reminds me, I did watch Suitable Flesh on Hulu. Suitable Flesh is really good, and it was on, you gotta watch The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs on Shudder. It's really good. But they also did just release a Blu-ray of that, and when they did Mayhem.
So in 2012, the first time I met Joe Bob, I gave him a script, and he was like pretty nice about it. And he was like, I guess I'm accepting scripts now. And he was like, but I did it on his social media, and I got a picture of it and stuff. And
they're so good with their fans, though. I've never known, like, I mean, there are a few celebrities who follow me, like, you know, actually Tony Todd, you know, still follows me because, you know, he followed me before he passed away. Zach Galligan follows me. A few famous people follow me. I don't know why, but I will say of celebrities that actually have DM'd me, have retweeted me, have interacted with me.
Just recently wished us happy anniversary earlier this month. Yes, Joe Bob wished us a happy anniversary.
And we're
just
not
like
special. They
2
do
weeks
that
ago.
to all the mutants. They give all the, I don't know how they do it, but they do.
He has help, obviously, but he really cares. Like, it's not.
They make a point to actually remember
Darcy
their
helps
fans.
him, obviously. He's got like some handler, Kathy, and like they help him, but he really cares. That's the reason why they help him do it.
He puts his team into making that a priority.
Exactly.
You know, helping him remember people, helping him, you know, with his social media.
He doesn't have to do that. You wouldn't expect that from a lot of people. Like,
I love Elvira Cassandra Peterson. She doesn't do that, and I don't love her any less.
No, exactly.
But
like, she liked to
special.
post, or she liked a comment I left recently, but that's like as much as I would even kind of expect from a celebrity like that. They have lives. I don't expect them to drop so much of their time to devote to interacting with their fans. So when they do, it's just like, whoa, you really appreciate it.
Yeah, they don't have to do that, but they just make such a, and they've put a lot of their own money and their own time and stuff into it.
So I know, like, Joe Bob, it's very important to interact with the fans. Like, when like I said, at Movie Madness, there was a line out the door. I know everybody got to see Joe Bob, because that's how he is. He won't
just cut off the line. No. He will stay late to make sure he talks to every single person, and he doesn't rush anybody either. I'm
sure we didn't stay till the very end. Maybe Movie Madness might have eventually shut the door, like letting people in for it, but he didn't send anybody home.
But even at Crypticon, he's one of the only, a lot of the celebrities will hang out in like the VIP room. He'll actually walk the regular 13th floor and say hi to people.
Yeah, Darcy,
and he's in his 70s, guys.
I invited Darcy to the wrestling panel I did last time when they were there and we interviewed him, and she's like, I'm so sorry I missed that. Like, she walked around looking for it. It's just, you know, it was what it was. Yeah, we
interviewed them, and that's still my favorite interview of all time. So, I will say, so when I was waiting in the line for Don Mancini, I'll finish talking about the celebrities we met. I should look him up.
Oh, he is quite the doll. Oh, yeah.
So, Eden Gross. I always forget his name. Eden Gross is the voice of the Good Guy doll. So, I'm waiting in Don Mancini's line, and I have this really big, it looks like the Good Guy doll box backpack. And so he's like, come here. And I'm like, uh-oh.
I liked your contacts, your backpack, your whole getup.
He loved all of that stuff, and he liked that I was actually dressed as a good guy doll.
What you're wearing now, but just with the backpack and the contacts.
Yeah. So, but then I remembered that he was the voice of Tom Shelton in Halloween Tree, so he was really cool. We got to talk to him.
He was also in like Little Dracula and just a bunch of other things. He was the log boy from the Log Song of Ren and Stimpy. I didn't even know that. I was just looking at his table. I'm like, your childhood was our childhood, because you did the voices of a lot of things that we watched as kids.
And Mikey and Married with Children and so much other stuff. So that was like actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then, so my very good friend Jason and I go pretty far back, a long, long time ago.
Watch, play, read.
Yay, back in the day, I had a book blog called Books Are Delicious, and I would just read books and write about them. And this was before we even did Horror Addicts. Yeah. And that's what I did. And then I finally got somebody messaged me, Jason, and said, hey, do you want to write for this magazine, Watch, Play, Read, which was like an entertainment magazine. They wanted me to write about books. So I worked for him for a while doing that.
You even got me in, and I wrote a couple Guar articles for him.
Yeah, yeah. And we did know about Crypticon outside of him because our friend Ronnie Angel worked there, and we had been going there. Yeah. And we had other like connections, but yeah, eventually Jason ended up becoming the person who runs the panels there and organizes the interviews.
Yeah.
And so
we'd been a panelist for a couple of years before that, but it just was nice that a good friend that we knew was like now in charge of it and stuff.
So because he does so much for Crypticon, HorrorCon invited him to start doing interviews at their convention. They don't have as many people.
Yeah.
But for the Sunday, he got the Buffy interview. He got Charisma Carpenter and Emma Caulfield. And I'm super happy for him. Like, okay, well, we're going home. And he was like, no, if you can figure out how to stay here another day, I understand if you can't, but if you can figure it out, you're doing the interview with me.
He helped us get in the next day and like comped our tickets in, and he got us a hotel to stay in. So
above and beyond, like really one of the coolest people.
Thank you, Jason.
Love Jason so much. And yeah, I was like, so what do you want me to do? And he's like, no, you can take the lead. This is all you, because I'm a big fan of the show. And he said he asked for it just to give me the opportunity.
Yeah.
And it was incredible, guys. It was so cool. Like, I had a lot of time because there wasn't an interview right before it. So I got to talk to the crowd a lot, which was just a bunch of Buffy geeks. And we had so much fun.
They all like Sexy Giles.
They love Sexy Giles. This crowd is amazing. I love them. We talked about the Taster Choice commercials and such. But then we got to the actual interview, and I was just like, I try to be really present. I try to just look at every little detail. I could go, I'm sitting right next to Emma Caulfield right now. We're just talking about my favorite show of all time. It's so cool. And I found out Charisma Carpenter has a new Buffy podcast called The Bitch Is Back.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool because she's never seen the show before, which made talking to her about episodes she's not in a little
like,
challenging.
Spoilers!
And
it's a really old show that you were on, but oh well, it was cute.
It was really cool. I don't have any actual pictures of it, but trust me, I did it, okay? It happened. I don't have any evidence. I think HorrorCon probably
They
has some
took
pictures.
a couple pictures, so hopefully they're online, or eventually will be anyways.
And then I also just met tons of cool people. Like, I met just tons of cosplayers and tons of cool vendors. A really cool makeup artist touched up Danny's blood.
Because I was Ellie and I had my own blood, but it was like drying up and falling off.
Yeah.
And so before, thankfully, I went to meet Alyssa Sutherland. She like touched it up with this like really good movie blood that lasted like till the next day. I had to like scrub it off. It looked fresh all night long. Like it didn't like dry up at all. It just looked perfect.
We made so many good friends and people I want to have on my show and such too. It was just really cool. And really, our friend Bob Foster was there.
Our friend Tyler was there.
Oh, Tyler. We love Tyler.
Goth IHOP.
And I had a Wednesday cosplay too. One of the characters from Wednesday, the Gorgon guy. I can't remember his name. But yeah, it was just super rad. And it was a really fun experience. Exhausting. And the ride home, guys, so we live in the PNW, and I know y'all are from different parts of the country, and when I hear about things like tornadoes and stuff, that scares me. But even Washington, the stuff I'm used to can freak me out. There was hail on the way home going over the mountain pass.
The mountain pass can get crazy. There was snowstorm, hailstorm, and rainstorm, and there was like little gaps of nothing in between the three.
It was so dark.
They were, when you got into them, it was just insane. Like you wanted to pull over, and but we managed to get through. Dude,
look at my teeth. They're not even that white, but because of the red lipstick, they look super white. Look. Like, not in person. Don't look here. Look in the camera. Sorry, guys. I'm having a moment because, what is it? 3 in the morning? It's 3 in the morning. Witching hour.
It's over when you go to
This
bed.
is the most haunted hour.
Yeah. So.
This is the most haunted hour of night.
Our jack-o'-lantern's still lit.
Oh, you know what else I've been reading, guys? This month, another thing. So I read to Danny at night. I also just read to myself. But we really like this author, Ben Farthing. And what Ben Farthing typically writes is a lot of like found horror.
I found the Muppets in my wall.
Yeah, I found puppets living in my wall. I found a circus tent in the woods. Things like that.
Christmas lights in the sewer or something like that.
Yeah. So what he did this year...
Should be a series. Get on it, Netflix or somebody.
They really should.
Like, I found the series where each episode was a different one of his books. Because they're like adult Goosebumps or something like that. It's pretty cool.
You make it sound like it's sexy Goosebumps. It's not sexy Goosebumps.
It kind of is.
But, I mean, I would watch sexy Goosebumps. Like, where's that?
I ain't turning down sexy Goosebumps.
I mean, I'll watch anything horror. Anything horror.
I don't know. The last time they did Goosebumps, David Schwimmer's in it. Did that do anything for you?
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, beside the point. So, I just lost my train of thought completely. What were we talking about?
Ben Farthing's.
Oh, yeah, Ben Farthing. Confused me. So Ben Farthing has this book called The 31st Trick-or-Treater, and what's really fun about it is it's designed like an advent calendar. So you're supposed to read one chapter every day in October, and it's really cool because if you're reading it this year, it lines up to the day of the week and everything exactly. So it's a little spooky in that respect.
I think they knew that because they were like releasing it. They probably did that on purpose.
We got behind a few days, so we'll probably finish it tonight, but it's super fun.
Yeah, we're like a couple chapters behind.
And then
it's been a crazy October.
Yeah, and then tonight we went out and did karaoke with our friends Doug and Kayla and our friend Ryan, and
Just had a good time.
You won a costume contest.
I was apparently sexiest costume of the place.
I mean,
you got second for scariest costume. Like Art the Clown barely creeped out more than Sexy Chucky.
Barely.
Should have been the sexy contest.
I was scarier than the Slipknot guy.
Should have been. It didn't
I had
hurt
a knife earlier, so.
that my wife really cheers loudly. Not that I didn't cheer really loud for her. I did.
It doesn't hurt that I am really loud.
But you're just very loud. And
Like,
plus, the waitress, like, when we first walked in there, she's like, oh my God, Shigo, right? And she just loved the costume. So she was like, even when she announced me for the costume, she was like, and I think everybody should know this is my favorite, Shigo. And so, yeah, I got a huge reception from everybody. Yeah. Which I appreciate.
Which was really fun. And they had spooky drinks there and stuff.
Yeah, it was great.
That was pretty neat. But yeah, I'm so glad that when I was doing that interview with the two Buffy gals beforehand, when I was talking to the crowd, they had all professional setup. Like, they had these great sound people. And initially the mic wasn't on, so I was loud enough that it seemed to be that everyone heard me. I was talking to people in the back. They seemed to hear me just fine. Yeah. But it was nicer with the microphone on. But that's me without having to shout. Like, I project. All the more reason to feel sorry for my downstairs neighbor. We'll be watching something and I'll be like, oh, that was so loud. But I'm working on it. I project. I speak from the diaphragm.
I feel bad for any time anyone comes to our house because the dogs go ape shit. Shh, dogs. We like people. It's fine.
What's Ariel saying? Didn't realize Jonah was in this one. And he was in Suitable Flesh, wasn't he? And the 30th anniversary of Casper. That is so cool. I love Casper so much. Did you see the pictures that Devin Sawa posted of him and Christina Ricci? So cute. I took my brothers to that. No, he posted pictures of them recently.
Yeah, but I mean, they went to the dance and they had a Casper.
Yeah.
Get to be human for a little bit.
Yeah, dude. they know.
Do they?
They know. Oh my gosh, Sassy McSasserson. But he is such a sweetheart. I met him last year at HorrorCon. Yeah. He was really nice.
Very nice. He was tweeting, though, like, right after COVID. If you've seen The Fanatic, John Travolta is, like, obsessed with his character because he's, like, a famous actor, and John Travolta is just kind of obsessed. Like, he's a fanatic. So he, like, breaks into his house and, like, kisses him on the head when he's asleep and takes pictures with him. It's so weird and creepy. But eventually that becomes a problem, and Devin Sawa's character messes him the fuck up. I'm not gonna say how, but it gets violent.
It's a trip. If you like movies kind of like The Room that are just almost kind of funny to laugh at a little bit.
Yeah, where it's like it almost feels like it's fake dialogue because it's so silly, but it's also so violent and crazy. Check out The Fanatic. It's a great movie. And maybe not the way it was intended to be, but it's a great movie.
Yeah. And it's not that the actors do a great job. It's just the way it comes together. It's interesting. When
COVID was kind of wrapping up, Devin, so I was like, finally, maybe we can all like go over to each other's houses and hang out again. And I was like, well, the last time John Travolta showed up at your house, it didn't end well for you. And he laughed at it and like retweeted it. So it was pretty funny.
Yeah. He's really, really cool. Really cool guy. And he actually genuinely loves horror. Like, someone was telling me he was at a convention and the people next to him were talking about killer clowns. He's like, oh, killer clowns. I love killer clowns. So he's a super, super cool guy.
Yeah.
And that was October.
Yeah.
There's been other things too. Our cat was sick a bit, but he seems to be doing much better now that he's got his prescription. He's curled up on the rug, all happy. There's a little spider rug on the ground. You can't see it.
Put so much miles on the car this month alone.
We've gone to you went to Canada?
First I went to Seattle to pick up Ronnie, and back from Seattle that same night. Then we went to Canada the next night, and then back from Canada the night after that. And then we went to Idaho and back on one night, and then 2 days later to Portland and back in one night. So we went to Oregon.
A lot of driving.
And then we've had to drive here and there. We went to Puyallup, which is just as far as Seattle for us. So it's like, but it was all very worth it. Just tiring.
Yeah, it's been a lot this month, and just a lot of other personal things and stuff too.
I wanted to make more content, but there just wasn't no time.
I feel like it's just been. It's been a busy month. It's been an emotional month, but a lot of good things have happened. I started doing this new live stream show, which isn't what this is. That's the thumbnail I had ready, so that's what we did. Halloween. This is just a Halloween after party at 3 a.m, because why not? But yeah, I have started doing a live stream show I'm trying to make it Sundays and Wednesdays, because I know people are in different time zones, and I thought that would kind of cover my bases. But yeah, I've had a lot of my friends on. Kind of the idea behind it was that a lot of people I just don't talk to enough. I could have them on the show and we could hang out. Plus, I also just want to do some, by myself and just talk to some of my friends who maybe don't live stream, but we can hang out in the chat and stuff. So,
Ariel, I loved Tales from the Crypt in the 90s. That was like, when it jumped from HBO to Fox, and then they brought the episodes over, it was just amazing. It's like, oh my God, I've heard so much about the show, because I'd see it in magazines about HBO, but I didn't have HBO at the time. When it finally came over to Fox and they brought even the older episodes with it, it was just like, oh, I was so in heaven. Like, I remember, like, for Halloween, they would definitely play, like, a big special. Like, you would see Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, but then Tales from the Crypt. Like,
I love Tales from the Crypt.
It was a whole event on Fox, so I loved it.
I also started a podcast this month, too. So for the last 3 years, my friend Kayla and I have had a book club where we read a new book every month, and then we would do a live stream of it because we have a YouTube channel for the Strange and Unusual Book Club. But then this month we started a podcast, and we posted an episode at the beginning of the month, and we did another one just the other day for The Long Walk. So if you guys like Stephen King or books, do check that out. There are links in the description below.
I'm also editing a Long Walk video, so hopefully it'll be up soon. Just like I said.
That movie was incredible.
It's just been crazy and hectic, but it should be out fairly soon. I'll have a little more time to edit here soon.
I just realized that you're on the green side of the room. It's kind of perfect.
It's like, yes.
It's a whole moment for you.
We hate Kim Possible side of the room.
Why does she hate Kim Possible so much?
Your hair is a little like her hair color.
What did I ever do to you aside from give you love and appreciation?
Your hair tells me which side you're on.
Whatever. Ariel's not going to let you beat me up.
I'm not going to beat you up. I'm going to beat Kim Possible up.
No.
I'm going to find her and I'm going to beat her up.
Why do you want to beat up Kim Possible?
Bitch has it coming.
That's so mean. So mean. So I have a question, you guys. We were talking a lot about like early 2000s cartoon shows. You know, we had Fairly Odd Parents. We had Kim Possible and Danny Phantom. And like, I loved Danny Phantom. And I never watched Kim Possible. And now Danny's all, Kim Possible this, Kim Possible that.
Am I?
Do you guys like Danny Phantom better or Kim Possible? Let me know.
Just tell her Danny Phantom. She's been on a mission all night. And everybody she's asked has either said they like Kim Possible more or they've never seen either show. So just, and make her night. Just say you like Danny Phantom better.
The theme song. He's a phantom. Danny Phantom.
Kim Possible's like, beat me. You know, like if you need me, beat me. That's
Buffy
very much
exactly.
It's much like a Buffy's reference.
Oh, we also had a fun trip at Spirit Halloween this month.
Oh yeah, we went and did a haul.
That's on your channel.
On our real anniversary, we were gonna go to Scary Woods, but we had to postpone it to a week later. So we went to Spirit Halloween and had a haul, and I just put a video up of that yesterday. So go check that video out and see all the cool stuff that we got.
Ariel, I love that Backstreet Boys video for everybody where there's like the Wolfman and they're all like monsters and like everybody, yeah, rock your body. I'm gonna get demonetized.
When that came out and they were all dressed up like you said, Universal Monsters, for some reason it just like reminded me of like, why did Beetleborgs have Universal Monsters? Like, I don't know what the connection was there, but I liked it.
What other shows had great theme songs? So I think Danny Phantom had a great theme song.
Sure. The X-Men from the 90s.
Yes.
That's a banger. Ninja Turtles from the late 80s, early 90s.
Really? Digimon?
Digimon did have a good song.
It slapped, man.
There was Pokemon, and it was like
Digimon had the better song.
A way better song. Like, regardless of what cartoon you liked. But
Digital Monsters.
my garage band in high school, we played a couple house parties, but we did the Ninja Turtle song, and we did the Digimon song just because it was so bad. Digimon, digital monsters are the champions. It was, I don't know, it was just so metal.
So metal.
So metal.
But, yeah, we made it. I think November's going to be a little more chill. Mm-hmm. We do have plans for November, because Danny's birthday is November 3rd.
And all the 80s Disney afternoon, like Darkwing Duck from DuckTales. Those were
Darkwing Duck had a great theme song.
Yeah, Darkwing Duck.
Let's get dangerous. Darkwing Duck.
But even like Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers.
And you remember Count Duckula?
Oh, that's from the 80s,
Count
but yes.
Duckula.
Spin-off of Danger Mouse, but I loved it. That actually, Duckula has like one of the coolest opening songs, and then end credits are like completely different too, but they're just amazing.
Yeah,
like
some very good, great ones.
Those
I also
songs
think
alone.
Buffy is just a great one. Not a cartoon. Power
That's
Rangers and
fine.
Fox Kids.
I mean, Kimberly was cute. I wanted to be the Pink Ranger, I'm not gonna lie. So, there you go.
Super cool.
Once they like...
I wanted to be Rita Repulsa.
Yeah, I was more into Turtles because that was more my age, but I did have some friends that were really into Power Rangers, and I liked it enough until they started like changing who everybody was. They're like, now we have a new Red Ranger, and now we have a new Pink Ranger.
And then they were dinosaurs.
Yeah, when they originally were dinosaurs, but then they changed what they were. They're like, now we're turbo.
No, but they had one where they were like, that was the whole thing. It was just like,
yeah,
they had the dinosaur one, and I think they had a samurai one.
Yeah, that's what I'm
they
saying.
All the spin-off shows.
That's what I said. They started changing everybody,
Yeah.
and I was like, once they changed anybody, I was like, I didn't care anymore.
Craziness.
I only liked the OGs.
So you want to tell me what your birthday plans are?
We're gonna go see Gwar.
Wow. Oh, that was the other cool thing that happened.
Yeah, Gwar was on Joe Bob Briggs' last drive-in for his Halloween special.
Your favorite band on your favorite show.
Not only that, but there was 3 episodes of Joe Bob this month.
That was so cool.
Like,
if you guys are fellow mutants that love Joe Bob Briggs, please let us know.
He had like a slasher survival
Give
episode.
us some cowboy emojis.
And then he did Friday the 3rd. Well,
that was
Nightmare on
AMC
Elm Street
Plus.
/ Freddy vs. Jason like special. So there was that, and then he had Gwar.
Gwar.
And Gorgor ate Joe Bob.
Oh my goodness! I never
The
thought I'd
giant
see the day.
pet T-Rex ate Joe Bob in the end of that.
I hope I am
I'm sure he's
as
fine.
down to party as Joe Bob Briggs is when I'm his age.
He got all covered in blood. It was crazy.
I hope I can
I've
still do something
been
like that.
killed on stage in Gwar, but that was back in 2018.
Yeah, the man's like 70.
I know. And there was like people who showed up obviously for that concert, and like, how cool would that be that like, not only this is a Gwar show, but we're filming for an episode of The Last Drive-In. Those are my 2 favorite things. My favorite TV show.
Yeah, Joe Bob is 72 years old, and he got eaten by Gorgor. It's amazing.
Exactly. Yeah. And he said my favorite band was on my favorite show, so that was a great
And it was a
kind
great
of
episode.
Halloween.
Great episode. Honestly, I have not been disappointed by any other Halloween ones. Remember when
Their first Halloween one. Well,
Halloween Hoedown?
yeah, Hootenanny.
Hootenanny, that's right.
Joe Bob's Halloween Hootenanny. He accepted his Oscar award that he won, and Darcy
Gosh,
won.
that's coming up next year.
So that biasly, that is my favorite episode because they talk about us and Wenatchee.
Remember
and all that
we
stuff.
were like jumping up and down. We're
Yes.
like, oh my gosh,
He's talking about us on his show.
we were totally just wigged out.
But
It's
then
amazing.
I have to admit, this new episode with Gwar was probably like
And
a
I
better
just
episode.
loved seeing Joe Bob sitting in. They looked like a little roller coaster car.
Yes. It's like, oh.
I love him so much. Every day we still have Joe Bob Briggs in the world is just a good one.
Exactly.
Love him. Such a good person. And so, yeah, we're going to go see Gua.
Birthday. Our friend Jason,
covered in
once
blood.
again, she's supposed to be joining us.
And our friend Jason
We might
is a
even do-
big Twin Peaks fan. which you kind of have to be if you live in Washington because we have like
Tweed's Cafe.
Tweed's Cafe
That's
and
the
stuff. A lot
cafe
of the
that they use in
locations.
the show as the damn good fine piece of pie and coffee.
That's up in North Bend.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot of those locations. Anyway, he's got a guest house. I guess he decorated like the Black Lodge. So that's pretty cool.
We're gonna go check that out. And maybe we'll go Cracker Barrel again. It's not too far away. Maybe. We'll see.
So I'm gonna hang out with them. And then, yeah, I think we can just maybe chill in November until Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then all I intend to do is just eat food and sleep.
Yeah, get yourself in a turkey coma.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You eat some pie and turkey and you pass the fuck out.
That's what we always do, because his auntie, we usually go to hers for Thanksgiving, and here she has this perfect, like, two-person, like, little, like, lay-down couch, and then they're usually watching American football.
Dolly Parton was on there like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and then we just cuddle up under the little couch, and then we take a little nap.
Yeah, last year she like broke her foot, so we no one went there. But the year before that, we went there, and Dolly Parton was a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader and looking damn good.
I feel like Dolly Parton and Elvira need to be in like a movie together.
I always wanted them to be in a movie where like they're the angel and the devil on the main character's shoulders, and like they just give them advice throughout the whole movie.
I want them to be the main characters.
Well, I mean, that would have
have shenanigans.
That would have been the whole point. Like, you didn't watch it for said character, you watched it for them. But that would have been a great role, I thought. Because they're kind of like, you know, just one. They're like the same person, just one scoff.
If they found out that they were like long lost sisters.
They're exactly.
And they had to go. Maybe they inherited like a mansion, but it was being Scooby-Dooed by some evil phantom. But it's really just an old man in a mask. Ah.
I feel like almost every twin, or not even twin, has a movie like that, like The Parent Trap.
You know what, Dan? They keep doing it because it's amazing.
Twitches. Like
yeah.
With the teen
they
witches.
They keep doing it because we love this trope. Yeah. Plus I just came up with that.
Yeah, but it's a plot that's been done.
Fine, come up with something better.
I did. I told you what it was.
Fine. Whatever.
They're both ideas that I would love to watch.
Wow, so it's now 3 a.m.
Yeah, I think it's about time.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to crawl back into our coffins.
Yeah. I gotta work tomorrow, so.
Yeah. What is tomorrow?
Saturday.
I don't even know what day it is.
Saturday.
How cool was it that Halloween was on a Friday this year, though, right?
I know, right?
Heck yeah, applesauce.
I handed out lots of candy to children.
But I will be live again this coming Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So if you guys aren't doing anything Sunday, come hang out with me and my friend Lizzie, Carnage Candy. We're going to hang out.
Lizzie rules.
And then I'll be live again on Wednesday. So just make it a regular thing where we hang out. Because that's kind of what I want to do. Is just, spend more time with you guys, the horror community.
We also trick-or-treated technically. Because there was a house that had one of those bowls on their porch saying, take one. We're in costume. We went over and took one.
We only took one.
Well, we took 2 because the nuns were too afraid to go up there. But we gave them to the nuns.
They were dressed up.
We took 4 and there was 4 of us. So
yeah,
perfectly fine.
All right, so we'll read our comments and then we'll sign off. The Power Rangers theme song was good. It's true. I was going to send you a friendship bracelet for your birthday. Oh, that's so sweet. Your friendship is plenty, but that is very sweet.
Appreciate it.
You don't watch MS3K Party with MS...
You party with MS3K.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to watch that show a lot back in the day. I have a lot of them on DVD. I really love the Manos one and Santa Claus Meets the Martians, I think.
The original run with Joel, I remember writing him a letter, but I don't think my dad actually mailed it. I gave it to my dad to mail, and I don't think he did. He might have. But he wasn't very convincing. He's like, oh yeah, I totally did that.
Hopefully we can hang out again soon, and I am so glad you had a happy Halloween. Happy Halloween, Ariel and Mr. Flixer. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. And until we meet again.
Blessed be.